There's been a mystery about why picking this dialogue option will sometimes lead to Shadowheart saving her parents and other times killing them. Some pieces of this puzzle are well known, but I went digging into the game's code again to find the full picture. When you make your dialogue choice, two flags are checked to determine which outcome you'll get. If your approval with Shadowheart is over 50, and if you have enough parent points. What are parent points? Well, strap in because there's a long I'm just kidding, there's only 3. And you need 2 of them to have enough points. All of these points are obtained in the lower city area in Act 3. The first is gained by clicking this tombstone in the southeast corner of the graveyard. Doing this will pop up a brief new conversation with Shadowheart. It's completing this talk with her that actually adds the point. The second is found near the Baldur's Gate waypoint. Just head down this path to the west and move near the graffiti on the wall to trigger another of Shadowheart's memories. Again, talk with her to gain the point. You only need those 2, but if you missed one of them, there's a third point available inside the House of Grief. In the armory, if you pass a DC 15 perception check, you can bust through these boards to find Shadowheart's secret hideaway. An exclamation point won't pop up for this one, but if you talk to her, you'll have a conversation about her memory just like the other 2. This extra option will be available if you ask her to tell you more about herself in Act 1, and the end of the dialogue changes depending on if you had her eat the noble stalk or if she's already met Nocturne before coming here. After gaining your second point, Shadowheart may pop up another exclamation point and talk about how the city smells. This indicates that you are flagged as having enough parent points. So if you also have over 50 approval, you're ready to spare Shadowheart's parents with no skill check. Of course, if you want her to kill her parents, just remain silent when the time comes. Now, sometimes that dialogue where Shadowheart talks about the smells of the city doesn't pop up, and Shadowheart ends up killing her parents even with high approval. I've seen some people say that feeding her the noble stalk causes this. I've seen others say that it happens if you let Shadowheart start the trials in the Gauntlet of Shar. If you watched my previous video, those 2 events might sound familiar. Because the real explanation is Nightsong Points. Again. But not in the way you might expect. When the counter for parent points reaches 2, the game checks if you have enough Nightsong Points before actually setting the parent points flag. But here's the weird part. What it's actually looking for is that you don't have enough Nightsong Points. If you nudged Shadowheart away from Shar and got 4 or more points in Act 1 and 2, you are blocked from gaining the flag needed to see the extra Shadowheart dialogue and easily convince her to save her parents. This could be a mistake. Maybe a developer slipped a knot in there by accident. Or perhaps for Shadowheart to truly follow the path of Selûne, she must relinquish her parents to the Moon Maiden's grace and completely rid herself of Shar's influence. Well, probably not, since the same flags are checked in the same way, even if Shadowheart killed the Nightsong and is following the path of Shar. So for now, this remains a mystery. Oh, and one last note about that noble stalk. I got a helpful tip from this helpful person that lets you trigger the event from feeding it to Shadowheart while still giving it to Dareth. For Shadowheart, the game doesn't check if you have the noble stalk in your bag, only that you picked it up. So just send it to camp first, then talk to Shadowheart and convince her to eat the imaginary mushroom. After that, simply return to camp and fetch it from your traveler's chest before heading to Dareth and handing it over. And if you have no idea what Nightsong Points are, then you can click this video to learn everything you could ever want to know about them. If you've got any other burning questions about what makes the characters tick or why certain in-game dialogue and events happen the way that they do, please let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can dig up. Thanks for watching.